Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks and welcome to the match preview for. I didn't even put the score because I was focused on other things, but I will do that very, very quickly for you. That's pretty simple. Oh, okay, wait. I forgot Sfc. Okay, it's pretty simple right here. There. Boom. Raed ضد الهلال. Yep, we play against one another, inshallah, bukra. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 7:15 p.m. My time, Saudi time, or I should say KSA time. But yeah, that is UK. That is 5:15, and Eastern and Pacific. I'm not even gonna get to the specifics. You guys do the rest yourselves. Probably I believe 12 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but like at this rate, or not 12:15 p.m. Eastern, which then means probably what was that 10, 10 or 9. Like Pacific at this rate, you guys figure it out yourselves. But the game is on. I'm doing a watch along. So the watch along time should help you know when the game is. And yeah, man, listen. Before we start, you already know what to do. Subscribe and press the alarm bells for future content notifications. Like, comment your way. Go check ZeerTalk socials, and inshallah you're well. Oh, sure, I forgot to even do this. Inshallah you do well wherever you may be. Now, so we begin, guys. Obviously, last week, Sf, we got knocked out. We got knocked out to the eventual winners, Al Ahli. Yes, they are champions of Asia. They celebrate, and you know what? They celebrated very well, actually. When I mean celebrate very well, I mean they had a blast, bro. Guys, I'm telling you, they were having their own parade by the training facility area. I mean, they even had their own stage and done a celebration there with the players and management and the ultra, such as members such as the leading one of Badr Turkmenistani, etc. Bro, they had a plan. And even Riyad Mahrez himself was saying that بنفوز الدوري الموسم الجاي, or we will win the league next season. Man, very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting. We will see about that, yeah? We will see about that. We will see about that. But hey, listen, congratulations to Al Ahli. Now we talk about Al Hilal, the team that should have won the competition for the standards that they hold themselves to, and they did not. I wonder why. Because of Jorge Jesus, the absolute waste man, Jabadar. But you know what? He's gone. He's gone. He's no more. He's no longer our manager. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. You know who's my manager now? Subhanallah. How life is great. I don't have to see Jorge Jesus as my manager. The manager now is the guy who was in the coaching staff. The man named by Hamid Shalhoub. For those who don't know, Shalhoub is actually one of our legendary players in, I would say, the last decade era. That's who he is. And he was, I would say he was a 10. He was like a false. Here's the thing. People get it, and so do I at times. I wouldn't say he was really a 10. He was like a 10/false 9. I wouldn't really say he was a striker. And yeah, listen, he was absolutely cooking at his days, man. He was absolutely cooking. And now he's going to be taking over the reins until we find ourselves a manager in which we're linked to other names. Now we're even linked with Marcos Silva and I don't know who, Ancelotti, Xavi, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, well, and Nuno as well. I do not want Nuno at all. We'll see what happens. But let's talk about Shilhoop. Shilhoop has one job and one job only, and that is to steady the ship and to try his level best, because I'll be honest, بيكون مرة صعبة to get as many points as we can and see what Al-Ittihad do, because we're not far off behind in the table, I will say that. But regardless, it's not in our control. So the fact's not in our control. I know we're not going to win the league because I know Al-Ittihad will take care of their own business. So, but all we can do is just try to get maximized points and see if we can pounce off the mistakes that they make. That's all we can do right now. And then from there, we get a new مدرب إن شاء الله بإذن الله العظيم, and we push for the كأس العالم in India. So, yeah, let's see how things go. But guys, I say we just get to the lineups, man. Also, I do need to get to another piece of information, and this new piece of information is stats of the previous ties or games that we've had against Raed. I introduce you to, guys, the new setup. I hope you guys like the setup. Hey, listen, big up to Hano, Coach's Corner. Go subscribe to him. This was his idea. He came up with this, and we're gonna be doing this for FC Bayern Munchen games as well. So yes, so on what is it? This no wait, that side, what you see is the previous head-to-heads that has gone on. So as you could see, and I'm gonna have to read off my phone because I'm gonna be real, that is too tiny. And if it is too tiny, let me know. Maybe we'll try to improve it for next time. But if we look at these previous head-to-heads, let me go back to Sofa Score. So the last time we played them, we won 3-2. I do remember that game like it was yesterday. We were terrible. We were desperate to getting the goal. Extra added time for unnecessary reasons. Actually, not even unnecessary reasons. I remember they were shithousing it, and we ended up scoring with Blay towards the end. And we ended up stealing the win. This is in our final game of the first half of the season. And then from beforehand, Al Hilal obviously beat the Raad 3-1 last season. And we also won 4-0 with double red cards. By the way, that game, the way them red cards happened, less we speak, the better. The less we speak, the better. And then there was the season prior, Al Hilal, put it this way, Al Hilal won 3-2 as well. We also have the 1-1 and the 1-0 of Al Hilal as well in 2022 season. So, yeah, man. Put it this way, our record against them is very good in general. Now, obviously, that don't mean much because the only record that really matters is, first of all, our current form, but also if we're talking about this game, it's probably the head-to-head here is probably the one that happened, the 3-2. And the 3-2, they were actually ahead at some stage. So there's nothing much really to take out of this, if you're being honest. Now, I say we go to the lineup, which is that side. I have to get used to this. That side. Now, again, if it's not clear, please let me know. We try to improve it for next time. I put Bono in goal. I put Hamad Eliami right back. I think Hamad Eliami, now that we're just trying to steady the ship, just try to play, just rotate around a little bit. And this is part of it pretty much. Hamad Eliami should play. I thought Shahrani was poor in that Champions League running. So, or the semi-final, not second level. I'm going to think Champions League, Europe. Yeah, the semi-final against Al Ahly. So, you know what? Let Hamad Eliami play. Do I think he's doing any good defensively? No, but maybe he'll offer something going forward. Who knows? Lodi left back, although Lodi, Allah khalik, please. Actually do your job defensively. I beg. Koulibaly, same thing with you. Timbukti. Also, something I need to point out, these guys need to switch sides. I didn't like that Koulibaly is left center back and Timbukti is right center back. That when I deeped it, I was like, why are they switching sides? Timbukti plays better on the left. By the way, they're both right-footed. But I think it's because but Timbukti I think he can use both feet, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, Koulibaly should be on the right side. Timbukti should be on the left side. Like, based on what I just said there. And I think Timbukti can do that. So I think he's the more versatile defender of the two, is what I'm trying to say. So I think you should play Timbukti left, Koulibaly on the right. وبعدين you have the midfield. Sergey and Neves. You could play Kenny if you want to rotate, but I just want to play with them too because I feel like we're going to need a bit of something in that midfield. And then you have Kyle Cesar. I think he needs to start getting game time again. Salem on the left, Malcolm in the middle, Mitrovic up top. And yes, I know I'm playing Mitrovic up top, but that doesn't mean I did not change my mind about what I said earlier. I do think or doesn't mean I changed my mind about what I said, sorry, in this stream. I still think that Mitrovic needs to be moved on and we need to get in a striker. I know we're linked with Bruno Fernandes. I do not know how that solves our problems. I really don't, but it is what it is. Now, in regards to this game, Mitrovic starts, and so does Salim. وإن شاء الله قراره يكون مرة جيد. Malcolm, inshallah, he does his job in the 10. Kyle Cesar, inshallah, he knows how to kick a ball and he knows how to pass a ball, or more like shoot a ball and pass a ball. Now, I hope you enjoyed that one. What do you guys think I'm predicting? I am going to say, ya Jama'a, what should I do? Because, by the way, I don't know if he'll play the lineup like that. Maybe he'll play Kenno, actually. Maybe he'll play Kenno instead of Savage. And if he does, I'm not upset about that. Maybe he plays Leonardo instead of Kyle Cesar. And maybe you see Malcolm on the right. But صراحة, I think play Malcolm in the 10. So Leonardo up top, maybe up top. But then, again, to be fair, I wouldn't be too upset with that. The only problem is crossing the ball. المشكلة. You know what? No, keep Mitrovic up top. But yeah, I don't know what he'll do. Inshallah, manager bounce more like. And I'm going to say, I think they get 1 goal, but I think we get 3. I feel like it's going to be one of them games in which we have some sort of a manager bounce. And we went 3-1. Now, please, ya Jama'a, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Now, I'm going to end it here. Listen, guys, you already know what to do. Subscribe. Press alarm bells for future content notifications. Like, comment your way. Go check ZeerTalks socials. And inshallah, bi'idhnillah al-azim, you guys are well and satisfied wherever you may be. Now, I'm going to bounce. Take care. And ma'a salama. See you later.